I'm Todd Vande Hei, CEO of Stark, and I've operated at scale where the margin for error was thin, so my health had to perform, but didn't. I'm here to share my failures and experiences with you to help you become a better leader through the optimization of your health, one of the few areas of your life over which you have complete control. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually woke up and remembered your dreams? If your answer is rarely or never, that's data, and it's probably not telling you something good. Huberman Lab recently did some excellent work on the science of sleep and dreaming, and I want to bring the most relevant pieces into the Stark lens, what it means for performance, for recovery, and for longevity. Here's the short version. Dreaming is not random noise. REM sleep, the stage where most dreaming happens, is when your brain processes emotional memory, consolidates learning, and essentially performs its nightly maintenance. And when you're not dreaming or you can't remember dreams, it often means you're not getting enough REM or your REM quality is poor. Many of you can probably relate to this. I've gone for a decade without remembering dreams. I'm happy to say that today they're coming back. So why does this matter for you? Think about what you're asking your brain to do every day. You're processing massive amounts of information, massive. You're making high stakes decisions. You're managing stress, relationship, teams. Your brain needs REM sleep the way your body needs protein. It's the raw material for recovery. And here's what kills REM. Alcohol is the biggest one. Even moderate drinking. A glass or two of wine suppresses REM significantly in the first half of the night. You may fall asleep faster, which I've experienced too, but the sleep you get is lower quality. This is one of the most consistent findings in sleep research and one of the things our clients are most surprised by when they start tracking and if and when they stop drinking. This is not the anti-alcohol podcast. As a matter of fact, I think alcohol is amazing and can be a very important part of human bonding and developing close relationships, but it affects your ability to dream. Late eating is another one. Eating within 2 to 3 hours of bed elevates your core body temperature, which disrupts sleep architecture. Your body needs to cool down to enter and maintain deep sleep cycles. This is an area where I can improve for sure, and I'm sure many of you can. And stress, unprocessed stress, shows up directly in your sleep data. High cortisol at night is an HRV killer. We see it all the time at Stark. An executive comes in, their readiness scores are tanking, their HRV is low, and 9 times out of 10, there's a period of elevated stress driving it, many cases professional. Sometimes that period is over a decade or decades. That would be me. So what can you do? Number one, track it. You can't find what you can't see. An Oura Ring or similar device gives you a great HRV reading. Deep sleep, REM sleep is a little bit questionable, but it's a good idea because you can see trend lines. Gives you that data every morning. It makes sleep tangible and somewhat actionable, but you can't allow yourself to stress over the device when you're measuring stress, because you're going to experience more stress because of that. So if that's you, if you're that guy, don't measure. Number two, protect your last 90 minutes before bed. Wind down, dim the lights, set your phone aside. Don't eat, don't drink. Let your nervous system shift gears. You have to get your body or allow your body to prepare to go to sleep. 3, if your dreams are vivid and you're waking up feeling restored, that's a green light. If you're waking up groggy, unrested, or not remembering any dreams at all, that's a signal worth investigating. At Stark, sleep is a part of every client's baseline because the performance you're changing during the day is rebuilt at night. And hopefully you're experiencing some physical stress during the day in the form of exercise. And if so, hopefully you're recovering while you sleep. If you want to know what your sleep data is actually telling you, start with the Stark baseline. It gives you a full picture with a clinician, or you can use your LLM to do the same. If you like today's video, go ahead and click like and subscribe. You can find us at stark.health. That's stark.health. And you can find me personally on Instagram at testosterone. That's TESTODDERONE. Health is a skill. I'll see you next time. This content is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your exercise, nutrition, or health program.